The Oblivion remaster is a net win for all of the gaming community, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it.
Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
All right, that came in a little hotter than I wanted it to, but yeah, you get the point. First of all, welcome to my copium-fueled solo rant about a great game that many of us have tried to replay over the years, but never make it more than 2 hours before we realize how bad our rose-tinted glasses were, and how bad this game really looked when it originally launched. The graphics weren't bad for its time, but it's definitely not aged well, just, strictly speaking for the original game. But now, finally, we have the remaster, and I couldn't be happier about it. So, after the Skyrim high and its continued release spam, a lot of us Bethesda fans wanted and were ready for a real graphical upgrade and maybe a return to a more archaic system in the beloved sweet roll and soul gem-powered universe that is the Elder Scrolls. There's plenty of mods and enhancements that we as a community have come together to create that drastically change and enhance both the OG Oblivion and Skyrim experiences respectively. But as we have all said for years now, not like years as in 2 or 3, years as in almost 15 years, we all could do with a true remaster of Oblivion or an actual true visual upgrade to Skyrim, not just fan-made mods. Luckily now we have that, and all of us in the party that want to ogle at the new graphics are sated, but that's just a byproduct of what we really have now. There's plenty of Oblivion remaster wins out there in terms of nostalgia, but there's a few things that no one else is talking about. So we as a community just proved that despite some very odd and nonsensical uncertainty in the gaming industry over the past 4 years, we will still show up and show out for single-player games that are fun, well-built, and well-loved. And if nothing else, we showed that deep RPGs aren't as niche as we often hear them being portrayed as. Oblivion has also proven that if you heed your community and answer their prayers, they will have absolutely no issue returning the favor and purchasing a game that actually has some heart and soul behind it. Kind of how, like, right around this launch, Expedition 33 comes out, a game that you can tell is crafted with a lot of love, and it has been equally as successful as the Oblivion release. I guess this also shoots down the thought process of thinking that one game releasing cancels out sales for another, but that's a whole different argument. Q3 2024 through Q1 2025 have been crazy for single-player games. We got Space Marine 2, God of War Ragnarok for PC, and countless others. The popularity of single-player games is coming back, baby, and it's getting better and better, so much so that I can't even find a physical copy of a lot of these aforementioned games locally, and I'm in a relatively gamerless area. That just goes to show how willing people are to actually pick these up. My hope with all of these releases in this, small period of respite we have with good games coming out at a manageable pace is that studios start to slow down and put a little more love in their product, since it's been proven to be the new golden rule back-to-back this year. I feel like Rockstar may be the only company to publicly know this, seeing as how GTA 6 just got delayed again, but maybe other studios will take a hint too and slow down a little and listen to the players. I know that's wishful thinking, but a boy can dream, right? Later this year, we will have the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, also known as Metal Gear Solid Delta. We've already gotten all these banger remasters and remakes recently, like Oblivion, The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, Days Gone, The Witcher 3 upgrades for next gen, etc. Hopefully we keep this momentum and we keep pushing all the love and credit where it's due as a community, and keep playing and enjoying all of these great games, and keep having conversations with devs and companies about all of this stuff. I'm proud of what gamers have accomplished, and game developers, if you're listening to this, you're a part of this too. When we all start leveling with each other and meeting halfway, we're starting to see that we can all be happy and satisfied. Studios get sales, we get games, it's a win-win. And people are much more prone to buying DLC and extended content for games that they already fall in love with. So the whole numbers argument with, you know, studios trying to do microtransactions with everything, I know we're past that era, but it still just ticks me off that we ever had to get there in the first place. You don't need loot boxes and everything, and I'm glad that we've grown from that. I feel like this new resurgence of the single-player game is something that's been brewing for a while, and Space Marine 2 started it, and then Oblivion took the baton and ran with it. It's now more widely known than ever that nostalgia points work, and so does single-player deep RPG games. Something I felt like we were losing the trail of for a couple of years there has finally started to come back in full force and not feel like an afterthought or a cop-out. A lot of the time, it started to feel like multiplayer modes were prioritized over, you know, single-player campaigns, story missions, etc., but I feel like we're back. It feels like devs are finally done blindly saying this is what gamers want with no real reference. This was the tipping point, without a doubt, as we as a community have just said out loud and clear with our wallets. Funny how when we vote with our money, things work. We want good games, quality over quantity, even if that means a remaster or an upgrade or a chance to experience our favorite worlds again with good faith DLC. And we've had enough of the bloatware titles that just seemed like a good idea at first and then ultimately fail to land. I mean, we've all seen all the shovelware that's sitting on all of these storefronts that were meant for people to come through and enjoy, and then nobody ultimately picked up. That being said, with all this remaster talk and all these remakes, Bloodborne remaster win, please? Pretty please? 30 FPS in this game looks so bad, please. I'm usually good with 1080p and 30 FPS, but this game is just... I want to play it like Demon Souls. It's great. But yeah, alright, that's all. I love you very much. I just wanted to gush about Oblivion real quick and the state of the games industry and kind of what it did. I feel like Oblivion Remaster was just a jab for nostalgia points and maybe trying to open the gates, no pun intended, for what's going to come next. I'm sure that the next Bethesda release is probably going to be a single-player game, and with Oblivion doing well, not just with the nostalgia, a lot of new people have actually picked up this game. I think they're set up for success, and hopefully with the release of Expedition 33 and everything as well, people start really looking at single-player experiences again. They're not free to play, but a lot more people are going to be willing to pay $70 to $100 for a game that they can put more than, 40 to maybe 100 hours at most into, and that's being conservative, because there's a lot of no-lifes like me that just want to sit down and play Elden Ring. No matter how many times you get the shit kicked out of you, you just got to come back again. Anyways, that's enough of this short little, game rant / side quest video. I just wanted to sit down and talk about Oblivion for a little while. I know I've been talking about it a lot lately. I've got some other stuff coming up. But sometimes it's good to just sit back and appreciate the things that we're given. We're going to have a good couple of months. And May 15th, when Doom the Dark Ages comes out, you bet your sweet bippy that the Saturday after release, I'm going to have a video ready to go up and ready to shine for you. But with that out of the way, I love you very much. Like this if you like it. Don't if you don't. Still tell a friend anyways, because it helps the channel and everything I do here. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Are you game for all the games that we have coming out soon? Or do you think that the industry is going to turn into a colossal shit show? I don't know. I want to know. Let me know down below. I love you very much. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.